Welcome to The Point of View by Harbinger Systems. My name is Jomi John, and I'm the host of this series where we try to answer the most frequently asked questions in HR tech and also concerns in that area, backed, of course, by research and experience by Harbinger in this area too. Today's Point of View series discusses how to use design thinking to decode productivity and collaboration in work tech. And joining me would be Subodh, who would be my co host for this session. Welcome, Subodh.
Hey, thank you, Jomi. Really excited to be on this session today, and a very interesting topic. What made you select this topic for this session?
Good to have you, Subodh, and great question too. I think there are a lot of people who've been asking me the same, uh, and that's the reason I thought this would be a good way to discuss it. When I've been, reading about investments in the HR tech space for the last couple of years, I have seen that a lot of investments in HR tech are moving towards work tech.
Hmm.
Work tech companies are those companies that create technology products and solutions to help workers or employees to do their day-to-day jobs more effectively. And I thought, since there is so much momentum in this area, it would be great to have a specialized panel, just like yourself, and our consultant to be speaking about this today. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, absolutely, it does. And like, though the word work tech hasn't really gotten very popular as yet, I think your point about productivity tools and collaboration platforms has sort of made me think about all the different projects that we have done for companies in this area. And what we have been seeing from our customers, hearing from them, is there is this scramble for embracing this whole work technology related space. And I think it's been sort of accelerated because of the emphasis given to virtual and remote working. So that's one interesting piece that we have seen in the last 6 to 8 months.
Yes, and what I also noticed that the work tech features that got generated as a result was more of a knee-jerk reaction to this entire remote, way of working, especially since the pandemic. And that's where I feel there is a gap, and there needs to be a structured way of thinking how to design these products without just reacting directly to what your competition is building, what is the market saying, and what the market intuitions are in the entire business environment surrounding the work tech space. So to help decode this problem, we have invited Vibhuti, who is a consultant who will help us understand how to use design thinking for productivity and collaboration in the work tech space. She has also created a fantastic blog for everyone's reference, and that is something that we will be sharing with our audience post the point of view session. Welcome, Vibhuti.
Thanks, Jomi. Glad to be here.
Welcome, Vibhuti. Great to have you on this session. Tell us, like, work tech and what are the challenges one needs to solve, or how work tech would be useful?
Yeah. So both work tech can be considered as a combination of three things. So it includes productivity, it includes collaboration, and it includes HR tech. So there are technologies which are needed to perform certain tasks and measure the productivity. For example, we have remote sales team who use Salesforce for managing their leads and accounts effectively. Then for collaboration, there are various applications that ease the whole collaboration and getting the things done. For example, we have Microsoft Teams, Facebook Workplace is there, and then the emails that we use. Lastly, there are technologies for managing employees. For example, we have in learning space, we have learning experience platforms, which are LXPs. Then we have applicant tracking systems, HRIS, and HCM systems. So, think about giving leave approvals through MS Teams, or maybe coordinating a new employee onboarding system experience through Zoom, or maybe better integrated workflows between different HR tech and collaboration platforms. So the possibilities are, I think, really huge, considering various number of combinations which exist.
I see. So if I understand it right, what you're trying to say is that in WorkTech, the collaboration platforms and the productivity platforms, they would sort of integrate with different HR applications to enhance the user scenarios. So would this sort of bring out a different kind of a challenge, these kind of new interactions?
Yeah, correct. So both. So while working remotely, many companies adopted to switching to some standalone systems, such as we saw that many companies adopted to Zoom or Teams or Slacks and so on. So and I think the situation really demanded that. But slowly, the product builders started realizing that superior collaboration and productivity tools increase the employee engagement and the overall experience. Plus, they also needed to enable such collaboration and productivity support in the flow of their work. So, as an example, I would like to state that imagine if a designer, I think a designer would never go and really look up for, say, how to draw a curve in a company's learning management system, right? But think how happy the person would be to find the learning recommendations on this topic on their own when chatting up with a colleague or simply when trying to draw it. So long story short, I would say that product builders really struggle to find such use cases while building their own product backlog, or when they are building the feature list of the product.
That's that's something that we need to really take care of. And what would your recommendations be?
Jumi, what I feel is that, let me just explain it to make the answer more clearer. Typically, features get generated based on, say, the competition, or the pressure to meet time to market needs. Sometimes the developers' interests, or sometimes even business environments determine the features. At times, we see that even the developers are duplicating the web app features directly to the mobile version, or cases where product managers prefer a minimalistic approach and add features in an iterative fashion. So what happens finally? The end result of this is that we get features which are not very usable. The ease of use is poor, or features that resemble the competition exactly, which is again not a right thing to do. And eventually, companies or the products go for UX revamp, which becomes mandatory later. So in my experience, I feel that a very structured approach like design thinking can really help here tremendously. So using design thinking approach, we use divergent thinking, and we actually go out and interact with the users, and you have to live the life of the user to really understand the user needs and frustration, and then define or develop the features accordingly.
So what you're saying, Vibhuti, is that when we apply design thinking to the whole WorkTech feature building space, the outcome would be actually closer to the to a user who is actually operating in this entire remote workspace. Correct?
Yes, very true, Jomi. And the design thinking approach, which I use, it caters precisely to this. It is based on the essence of empathy, on user centricity, on iterative feedback. So, as part of the work, we were recently analyzing some complicated workflows, and we conducted in-depth interviews to understand the user frustrations in the workflow completion. We also defined a comprehensive user journey map of that specific persona who has to complete that workflow. And this all really helped us understanding their collaboration touch points. And we also found out that there are various workflows which are very inundating or very overwhelming for the employees or for the personas who have to complete those workflows.
Interesting. Could you tell us a little bit more about how this approach works in detail?
Yeah, so basically, as I just explained, that these are few things that we did as part of design thinking, but Harbinger has also come up with its own framework where, we have defined certain key factors as an output of our research that are really important in deciding which integrations with collaboration platforms are needed for any technology provider. So some of these frameworks are like how many actors are involved in that particular workflow completion. Is it too frequently done? And is it like a multi-level kind of a workflow, so you have to cross various levels to complete it? And then there are various other key factors as well, which we have defined as part of this work framework.
Okay, so what I hear you saying, Vibhuti, is that moving to work tech or incorporating features for better productivity and collaboration needs a thorough analysis of all those participating entities and the actions that they take on a regular basis. Do you have any other instances which you would like to share with our audience here?
Sure. So basically, this particular thing can be spanned across the domains, and there are. So let me just give you some examples of various domains where collaboration platforms will really help. So talking about the learning domain, the learning content which is in LXP can be shared directly into the relevant groups. For example, if they are integrated with Microsoft Teams. Similarly, in health domain, if we talk. Telehealth platforms can provide tremendous value by offering a way of, say, streamlining and scheduling through Microsoft Teams. Say, for example, they have a booking application and Microsoft Teams is paired with that. It can provide some customizable solutions to telehealth. Similarly, if we talk about some issue management systems like Jira, the integration with Teams can help employees discuss their backlog within the same collaboration platform. And talking about project management systems, if they are integrated with collaboration platforms, they can give updates and suggestions about the project activities to the people using it. They can provide reminders, and they can provide some suggestions regarding the important tasks to be completed. So all of these are really helpful in various domains. In fact, next you will be talking with our team's expert who can guide the audience further on what are the technological aspects of integrations with collaboration platforms, and that would be our next POV, which is coming soon.
Those are really good examples, and I never really thought about it in that manner, which is not just using design thinking, applying it to the work tech space, and also utilizing the framework which is specific to the workflow that or the use case that you are referring to, especially when you assess the amount of collaboration in that particular workflow. Thanks so much for sharing that. And I hope that we have covered most of the queries that you have, especially in this new emerging space of work tech. And if you have any other further questions, you could write to us at consulting@harbingergroup.com, or you could also leave us a comment below and we'll try our best to answer all your questions. You could also follow us on our social media channels where you can keep track of such point of view sessions and hear really interesting insights, especially in the HR tech space. Thank you for listening in, and I hope you enjoyed listening to us as much as we enjoyed making this for you. And a special thanks to my host and Subodh, and also to Vibhuti. Thank you so much and stay safe.
Thank you, everyone.